been like that before, that the minute you take pressure off yourself, and you start to just relax and be a bit more mindful and actually work yourself out. I'm going to do that in the next few weeks. I'm going to teach you a mindfulness technique, because when you start getting caught up, when you're really busy and haven't had a chance to think about it, that's when things all just catastrophize. Any other sort of tips? Has that helped?
My biggest problem is with midweek is if I have one salty thing.
Yep.
That's it.
So if you have big salty, once you start, you can't stop.
I can't stop.
Yeah, so it's like maybe the sweet, once you have something sweet, you can't stop.
Sugar's not a problem. It's salt's all my issue.
Okay, so and that could be in the context of someone who's a sweet tooth. So what are your strategies?
Don't have any good ones.
Okay, so what have you tried in the past?
Well, none of that works.
None of that works. All right.
I have to actually avoid the salt. If I avoid the salt, I'm
Yep.
all right, but I just know
Yep.
that if I start with the salt, I know I won't be able to kind of contain the salt.
Yep. So for some people, if all else fails, it's not one size fits all. For others, they might go, you know what, if I allow myself a small handful, I'll keep to it. For others, it might be just...
And I mean, if they have the carrots and the celery sticks and all of that available, that's what I'd go for.
Right.
But if they're not available, then I choose to have. And see, my husband's the opposite. He wouldn't go anywhere near the snacks. He would carries a lot more weight than me. But he never has trouble with me.
Right, so it might be more range.
Yeah. He just wouldn't. You know, I've watched him. I think, I wish I could just.
But you see, you might be more controlled with money. You'll see everyone's controlled in different ways.
That way.
So for you, Kathy, your strategy, other people might be avoid the tempting foods, but then it might actually be to...
I wrote down your serviette one.
And
I don't know whether that'll work. I might end up eating the serviette.
Donna said to bring your own thing. You said that, I mean, if the carrot and celery sticks there, so you might actually bring your own.
I might have to bring my own.
I do even with that last one.
I do funny things like that anyway.
So it could be that. I've also got, if you want to email, actually I might bring it next week. I'll have to write it down. I've got some healthy dip ideas and stuff, so I'll bring that next week. You make healthy dips, they do all the celery, carrot sticks, all the different colours, the cherry tomatoes, and you can just eat those without thinking. So for you, it might be that, and taking a healthy plate out, but trying to serviette, it's taken me a while, but now it works. Because I'm giving myself permission to go for the very smelling blue vein cheese, that's my lot. The smelling the better, but not overdo it. I'm more savoury.
So you have a serviette of blue vein.
Cuppings. Yeah, it's interesting. Any other sort of, I mean, in terms of that and getting through the holiday period or even on holidays, I want you to think about what's my confidence that I can do this. And if your confidence is 50-50, you might think, what else is going to get in the way? So in relation to confidence, this is one last tip for you. Confidence will be from 0, not confident at all, to 10, yep, I can achieve anything. At any point in time when you're in a situation, always think about, given the plan that I've been thinking, so it might be Kathy's plan of, I won't even look at the salted foods, I'll carry my own platter and keep well away from it. She might be thinking, okay, what's my confidence? She might think, oh, I'm about a 6. So for some people, it's, I need to try it out first. And then Kathy might try it out, you might have to go back and read the goal. So always think about your confidence. And if there's no plan, if you fail a plan, you plan to fail. So have a think about what are my strategies. And if your confidence is very low, chances are you may not have a strategy in place, or chances are you may raise the bar far too high. So around Easter time might be, you know what, I'm going to have Saturday night, do what I want, but that's it. But then the next day, what needs to go through your mind? If you've allowed yourself a really good time, what needs to go through your mind on Sunday? Get back on the horse. Have you failed?
I enjoyed that.
I enjoyed it.
That's each one.
Yeah, I gave myself permission to actually not even think about it. You might be that sort of person that, you know what, I only have one barbecue every Easter. I'm not even going to do that because I'm going to have a lovely time. But the next day, it's back on track. So that interpretation should be, I've given myself permission and there's no failure. Questions?
So we'll have to do that in the table.
Yeah.
On each day, one day of
And it just depends on your whole interpretation of that.
I think that's a no.
It just,
How much you want it?
All right.
so it just depends.
Yeah, it does depend, doesn't it?
You
Yeah.
know, some people's idea of a blowout is, oh, I'm going to have 2 drinks and have some wings. Great. So it doesn't mean to go full on crazy, because chances are the next day you're going to feel so guilty, it's just going to ruin the rest of the few weeks. So give yourself permission and really go back to how many barbecues do I have? And maybe the sort of person that doesn't have any of this. Fine, enjoy your Easter. For others, if you're socialites, like my parents, I've got a socialite for me at the moment, every day, then you might have to think, I need to bring out the big guns and really think about what I need to do, because it's happening more than a 5% time. If it's 5% of the week, it's fine. If it's 95%, then it's a problem.
Yeah, I suppose the challenge is about, we want it to be sustainable, don't we? So, yeah, give yourself a permission. So, let me re-say that. Yes, give yourself the permission.
Well, I challenge you guys.
Have that on video.
Yeah, it's on.
Yes. It's to try out these experiments. Let me know how you go. You might be having the sun do tonight, but start to think about these strategies and really give yourself the confidence and think, if that strategy doesn't work, it's not me that's failed. Maybe I'll try the other strategy that someone else mentioned.
I was just thinking, this is probably appropriate to a few people, being retired, I have a lovely time.
That's why my parents are having a lovely time.
So I have, the luxury of time to go out for lunches and things like that, which I didn't have. But how I've learned to bring that into my life is that I kind of engineer where we go. So I know that I can go to certain places and enjoy a really lovely salad sandwich or a really healthy lunch. And if I decide to eat differently to that, I do lunch at dinner time.
Great.
So I cook for my husband, but then I just have what I should have had lunch at dinner time.
Well, also that you compensate, have a big lunch, therefore have something really simple at dinner. Great.
It's taken a little while to work it out.
It takes time. But if you've got persistence and you really want to nail it, then you'll do it. Jenny.
When you do have barbecue, etc., and yourself, like you said, you might take all the healthy foods, etc., or you're having the barbecue, but you know that everyone else coming is not going to want those healthy things that you are going to put out. How do you you can't just have what you think is right. You've got to sometimes concept everyone else that's out there that doesn't eat that. Like, I have a child that just doesn't eat, 2 of them that don't eat salad at all. So, even in meals in our house, me and my husband will have, a protein and salad for dinner, for instance, but he won't eat salad, so I've always got to cook those extra things that, so you sort of know
What comes back to
how to cater for everybody at a barbecue and, still contain within yourself.
Got to keep yourself
What
happy
everyone
and the guests
should,
happy.
that's right.
Yeah, I'm sure many of you have done this before, but quite often, for me, I'll be doing everything for it's not come back.
Yeah, that's right.
But I do a balance, and I always think if there's something that's a treat, then I'm actually something healthy. So if I do like a cheese platter, I'll do the nice cheese, but then I'll do some dried fruit nuts, veggie and carrot sticks, salad carrot sticks. But then I'll do then I might do some. I've got one mate who loves a certain type of chips. I'll have those bowl chips just for him. Then I'll have a bowl of lollies because I've got a girlfriend who's a real sweet tooth. But then I'll do other things. So I'll always have, if there's something, I don't like to say unhealthy, there's something sometimes food, then I'll have something healthy. So I've got one girlfriend who's pregnant and she's trying really hard to still make healthy. So it's a good point. You just want to have a balance. Same with dessert. If I've got something really, really simple and delicious, I'll also have a fruit platter or something, or a sorbet. So then there's 2. There's always people at barbecues who are watching the health. Some who go, I came here for a treat and now you're giving me carrot sticks. So just match it. That's how I've learned for people to realise that they can have fun with dietitians barbecues. And then I get in trouble because they're going, you're making me, you're challenging me. You've got this beautiful, simple chocolate mousse. But I'll do things in little portions as well. So I've got chocolate mousse, little portions. Ways around it. Yeah, that's